Now, every time I'll get myself a bottle of milk, it feels like an escape room. But at the end, I'm rewarded with the soy milk instead. Welcome to Solo Quest. Let's talk about buying your groceries at the local chain grocery shop in China. We've came a long way from holding our mom's hand in grocery shop into buying our own discounted eggs. Now, what is it like to buy your groceries out here in China? Now, before we continue, I do have one secret to tell you. If you wait till the end of this video, I'll tell you a secret hack that not even local Chinese people know about. Now, based off my experience, there are two types of grocery shop. One is your local mom pop shop. The second one is your local chain grocery shop. Now, the big difference is just the size in general. I would say the mom pop shop, they do have the essential need, but of course it's in the smaller scale, and the local chain grocery shop, of course, is in the bigger scale. On the previous video, we talked about the wet market, on how great it is. But if we were to compare it to a mom pop shop and local grocery shop, how would it stand? Now, number one is, of course, the cleanliness. Definitely the supermarkets and then the mom pop shop excel in that. And the other thing is familiarism. It feels familiar. Now, you can find your items easily because the layout is as it is in Walmart or either in your Western local grocery shop. It wouldn't be too hard to find the things that you want to buy. Next, let's talk something a bit more spicy, and that is price. Now, people have their own opinion when it comes to this, but based off my experience, I save a lot more money when it comes to buying groceries at my local chain grocery shop. One of the reasons why is because whenever I want to go buy groceries, I usually buy things in bundle, and typically in these local chain grocery shops, they do have a membership deal where you can take advantage of it. Basically, you buy a membership of like 500 yuan, and they'll give you 200 yuan extra in that balanced credit. Not only that, they do have plenty of discounts here and there and bundle deals in comparison to the local mom pop shop. Now, there are some cases where mom pop shop are cheaper, and that is the front shelf. Typically, the front shelf are herbs, vegetables, fruits gathered by local people, and they would put it in the front shelf. Now, you can typically find a mom pop shop in any community, in even smaller communities. But as for the local chain grocery shop, you can typically find it in like a crossway of a subway stop or either a major subway stop with tons of community around the area. And yes, of course, you can still use cash, especially at this local chain grocery shop. But in some cases, in these smaller mom pop shop, giving out big cash is kind of hard for you to do because sometimes they don't have enough cash in hand. And typically in China, people use cashless transaction just because it's a lot more convenient for the seller and also the buyer. Now, when it comes to size, I would say mom pop shop is the size of an office or either smaller than that. They just have the bare essential. Now, sometimes they do have an extension when it comes to these mom pop shop. They do have a butcher where they have their own farm and they kind of like lease out that little space for the butchers and you can buy your meat there. Now, when it comes to these local chain grocery shop, it's the typical size of a Walmart, and I'm sure you're familiar what Walmart looks like. It kind of looks like that and feels like that as well, except everything's in Chinese. Now, with all those information in hand, is it worth it to buy your groceries in the mom pop shop? I would say definitely worth it if it's close to your community. But in general, if you're buying in bulk, definitely not worth it to buy here unless if there's a seasonal fruits or either fresh vegetable that they're selling for dirt cheap. Definitely worth it. Now, whenever it comes to these local grocery shop, I would say definitely worth it just because you can buy things in bulk with the lower price. And definitely take advantage of their membership program because you can get extra money from it. Now, as promised, since you waited this long, let's talk about
the secret hack.
Typically around 5 to 7 p.m., they would have heavy discounts. The later it goes, the more discount you get, and you kind of have to wait it out and see if I want to buy that chicken or wait a bit more and get another 10% discount. And if you wait till the very end of the closing time, typically they will just give it out to you for free for like 50 cents. Now, the same goes when it comes to these local chain grocery shop, but in a bigger scale. Instead of giving you the product for a cheap price, they give you 2 or 3 products bundled up together and just for a price of 1. So I ran out of battery and we're just gonna use the phone to finish the video, especially at the meat section or either the dairy section. There's gonna be huge discount every day. All you gotta do is keep an eye on the product that you want and be quick about it or before someone snatch it out from under your eyes. Yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. And until next time, Soul Quest, log it out. Peace.
Solo Quest!